August 15th, 1914. The dawn broke over Spring Green, Wisconsin, not with the promise of a new day, but with the chilling premonition of tragedy. Designed as both a personal retreat and an architectural marvel, Taliesin was intended to be a sanctuary. Instead, by midday, it would be a smoldering ruin, a monument to a day of brutal bloodshed. This is more than just a historical account. It is a descent into the darkest corners of human nature, a tale of betrayal, madness, and the resilience of the human spirit in the face of unimaginable horror. By 1914, Frank Lloyd Wright was a celebrated architect, but his personal life was a public scandal. He had abandoned his wife and children for Mamah Cheney, a transgression that shocked the nation. Mamah, an independent and intellectual woman, had left behind the security of her former life to be with Wright. Their affair branded Taliesin the Love Cottage, a symbol of sin in the eyes of many. Though intellectually engaged, Mamah lived a largely solitary existence at Taliesin, her world confined to Wright's employees and a few silent servants. Among them was Julian Carlton, a black man from Barbados. In hindsight, his presence was an ominous sign. He was a man of few words, avoiding others, a palpable hostility simmering beneath the surface. Carlton was often seen alone, staring into the distance, his expression unreadable, as if burdened by a darkness no one else could perceive. In the weeks leading up to the tragedy, tensions between Carlton and the other employees had escalated. He was caught eavesdropping, his behavior growing increasingly erratic. Wright's foreman, William Weston, had voiced concerns about Carlton's temper. One night, Carlton was found sharpening a hatchet late into the night, his grip on the handle disturbingly tight. The breaking point came when Carlton and his wife were abruptly dismissed. Wright was away, but the foreman had the authority. Carlton was furious, refusing to leave, his resentment festering. That Saturday, as the workers gathered for their midday meal, and Mamah Cheney sat on the porch with her children, the unthinkable was about to unfold. Julian Carlton, his mind consumed by a dark purpose, methodically put his plan into action. Without warning, he bolted the doors to the dining area, trapping his victims inside. Then, he doused the exterior with gasoline and struck a match. Flames erupted, rapidly consuming the wooden walls. The men inside screamed, their desperate cries swallowed by the inferno. Inside the inferno, chaos reigned. The heat was unbearable, the smoke suffocating. Desperate hands clawed at doors and windows, their pleas for escape unanswered. Outside, Carlton waited with his hatchet. The first to break free, Emile Brodel, emerged only to be struck down instantly, the sickening thud of the blade a prelude to more horror. Mamah Cheney, realizing the horror unfolding, grabbed her children and tried to flee, but Carlton was relentless, his pursuit driven by a cold, unwavering rage. Mamah turned to protect her children, but Carlton struck her first. Her lifeless body fell, and her children, unable to comprehend the terror, were next. Their screams were tragically short-lived. Inside, William Weston and David Lindblom managed to escape the inferno, but both were severely burned. Weston stumbled down the hill, desperately seeking help. Authorities arrived to find a scene of utter devastation. The once beautiful house was reduced to a smoldering ruin. 7 bodies lay among the ashes, their wounds a testament to unimaginable brutality. A search led investigators to the basement furnace. There, they found Julian Carlton. He had swallowed muriatic acid, seeking a swift end, but instead, he lingered in agony. His throat was too damaged to speak, and he never revealed his motive before succumbing to his self-inflicted wounds in his jail cell. With Carlton dead, the motive for the massacre remained a mystery. Racial tensions, mental instability, personal grievances, revenge, all have been suggested, but none fully explain the sheer horror of that day. The Taliesin massacre remains a chilling and perplexing crime, a dark stain on Wisconsin's history. A place meant for refuge became a scene of unspeakable violence. Julian Carlton took his secrets with him, leaving behind only speculation and a legacy of horror. What truly drove Julian Carlton to such a horrifying act? Join the discussion and share your theories on this unforgettable and tragic event.